Let's do some manometer examples. First, let's quickly note the key math to remember. The change in pressure between 2 points in a hydrostatic system, like manometers, is equal to the sum of the column pressures between the 2 points. If you're moving down, you're increasing the column pressure, and if you're moving up, you're decreasing. Let's also note the equation for column pressure, which is the specific weight of a substance X times the vertical column height. Specific weight is the density of the substance times the gravity acceleration. That can also be written as the specific gravity times the specific weight of water. Finally, remember the specific weight of water, which has these values. Now let's get into some examples. The pressures at points A and B are the same. The column of oil has a specific gravity of 0.8 and a height of 10 centimeters. What's the height delta between A and B? Let's start with our pressure equation and pick some obvious points, A and B. The problem says they have the same pressure, so delta PAB is going to be 0. Now let's look at the column pressures, starting at A. We move down the oil column at a distance A, so the first term is positive. Then, from that elevation, we move up through the water at a distance B, so the second term is negative. Let's rewrite our equation. We need to find the height B to calculate the height delta. First, the weight of oil can be rewritten in terms of its specific gravity, and our equation now looks like this. We can simplify by dividing the equation by the weight of water and solve for B, which is 8 centimeters. Now the height delta is just A minus B, which ends up as 2 centimeters. In this example, find the pressure difference between A and B in PSI units. We'll start this problem the same as the last one, with our key equation considering A and B. Starting at A, we move down, positive, through the water for a distance of A plus B, then up, negative, through the purple fluid for a distance of B, and then down, positive, through the water for a distance of C minus A. We can rewrite the unknown weight in terms of the specific gravity like we did in the last problem, then simplify further to get this equation, which has everything we need. Let's plug in our values and be careful to apply unit conversion factors to get the desired result. Our pressure difference is 0.52 psi. The pressure at point A is 0.6 psi. What's the pressure at point B in psi? Our equation looks a little different this time. We're expanding our delta term and solving for PB. When you do this, always remember that if B is above A, the final answer PB should be less than PA in a hydrostatic system, and vice versa. If B is below A, PB should be greater than PA. Let's rewrite to isolate PB. This problem is the same as the others, but with a twist. We want vertical column heights in our equation, so we're going to use some geometry to figure out the unknown vertical height of the yellow fluid, which comes out to be 4 inches. Now we'll write out our column pressures moving from A to B, replace the unknown fluid weight with a specific gravity relation, and we have this equation. Notice that A and C are equal here, so we can simplify further to get this equation, which is good to plug in values for now. Remember, be very careful with unit conversion factors. Make sure you're comfortable checking them and making sure you're getting the right final unit. Our final answer for the pressure at point B is 0.224 psi. Today, we checked out 3 configurations of manometer examples. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more physics and engineering tutorials.